Now, a lone beluga whale has been spotted for a second time in the River Thames, raising concerns that it may be trapped. Let's get more now with Alex in the Cube, our social media news desk. And Alex, where was it seen this time?
Well, so it's around the same area, Sam, around Gravesend. But there have been hopes that the whale is moving further towards the estuary and might be able to leave. But obviously, when the videos first came in yesterday, this was the video on social media we can show you here. People really unsure whether or not this was a beluga whale, whether this was a piece of plastic. We have to really watch the screen because a small white mass surfaces there and disappears. Now, the man who took this video is Michael Hoyt. Michael Hoyt is an ecologist. He's also an amateur nature watcher, photographer as well. And it was his friend who was the first person to see the beluga whale. He called Michael. Michael got down there, and it was his videos that really got the world talking. Well, we got talking to Michael this afternoon, who has been down there on the banks and saw the whale again today, this time joined by, of course, journalists and a lot of other whale watchers. This is what he had to say to us.
This is an extremely unusual sighting. It's probably the furthest south one's ever been seen in the UK. They normally live in the Arctic, and it's a medium-sized whale, pure white, and it often does feed in estuaries. So this isn't such a bad habitat for it, just very much out of place. Some whales get stuck in rivers. Famously in 2006, a northern bottlenose whale got stuck in London, and after failing to get out of the river in several days, it was sadly put out of its misery. But hopefully this guy has far better chances.
Well, this is the location that Michael sent to us, where he was speaking just then. You can see it's around Gravesend, this being the area where he was watching the whale. People still trying to see if the whale will resurface. Let's show you some of the pictures from today, taken, of course, because there have been now lots of journalists. You can see it there. It's the small white mass. Now, obviously, as you were hearing from Michael, beluga whales are normally found right up in the Arctic and sub-Arctic waters. This really is the furthest south one has been seen, and to see one without a pod around it is concerning. But it is worth saying, as Michael repeated there, belugas can be found in estuaries, and so there is the hope that the whale will not swim any further up the Thames, obviously leading eventually through the city of London, but instead back out to sea. Now, there's also, I can bring you back some warnings that have come from charities. People saying, yes, watch the whale, but do it from a distance. Whale and dolphin conservation experts saying, give the animal space. People are tempted, they say here, to fly drones, put boats out. Leave it alone is what they're saying. The advice coming from experts to give the animal space, yes, to watch it, and indeed people will be keenly watching it, but not to try and interact with it. Now, rescue teams from the RSPCA and others are standing by in case the whale, which has been nicknamed Benny the beluga, in case he goes any further upriver, there are rescue teams standing by. But at the moment, Sam, the great hope is that Benny will turn around and go back out to sea and hopefully might find his friends again.
Yeah, fingers crossed he gets out safely. Alex, thanks very much indeed. Well,